This man is really ironclad in his decisions and principles, the lessons of humanity, that being iron, you can still keep this warmth inside, share it with others. Zaluzhnyi is not only our modern hero, but also the person on whom we set our hopes.
Hello and welcome to Ukrainian Flames, a special project by Ukraine Media Center, and I'm your host, Matt Wickham. In this episode, we will discuss the phenomenon that is Valery Zaluzhnyi, the Iron General and much loved figure throughout the whole of Ukraine. Iryna Bilotserkovska, former strategic communications advisor to the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Ukraine and the author of the publication The Iron General, a book dedicated to discovering another side of Valery Zaluzhnyi and the lessons of loyalty Bilotserkovska took from her time working with him during the first moments and throughout the full-scale invasion and beyond. To start off with, we explore why Bilotserkovska's book is valuable for eyewitness testimony and personal insights on Zaluzhnyi during a critical moment in history, offering subjective reflections on leadership, communication, and humanity.
Why is this book valuable and why did I write it? I have a degree in history, so it was important for me to show the eyewitness testimony. I understand that the probability that a person is at the command post at such a critical moment, works with the commander-in-chief and can tell about it is really a big luck. That's why those testimonies have some historical value. I wish they had more, but at least they have some. Plus, of course, this is a subjective perception of the figure. In lessons, I reveal honestly what I've learned. It may not be interesting for someone, or it may be an irrelevant experience. They will read it and say, no, it's such banality. But someone will read it and find something useful in it. And I'd also like my son to learn lessons of humanity, lessons of leadership, of professionalism, and attitude toward people from here. That's why I dedicated the book to my son. There's a lot of communication in the book. It's clear because I'm a communicator and I wanted to share this most of all. Therefore, it is such a subjective view of Zaluzhnyi's personality against the background of the time in which I lived the first year of the full-scale war.
Next, Bilotserkovska highlights how General Zaluzhnyi, known for his firm principles and leadership, embodies an unexpected warmth and care. She describes him as a fatherly figure not just in public perception, but in real-life actions, such as taking time to fulfill a sick child's dream despite his busy schedule. This genuine empathy contrasts with his military personnel, building trust and adding depth to his public image, she says.
This man is really ironclad in his decisions and principles. What I heard when interviewing people for this book was exactly how he was perceived. General Zaluzhnyi was viewed more as a person who cares, who is open and who is concerned. So yes, this is archetype of father. Even in PR theory, when you shape a public image, you consider certain archetypes. And in this context, we would trace the archetype of father. But here it is backed by real human qualities, and I write about it too. There's a direct parallel to his attitude towards children. It's really surprising because you don't expect that from a military man. But yes, Valery Zaluzhnyi, I won't go into details now, but really everything that was related to children, when children came, when there were any appeals from children, he always cared, tried to meet. There's a Christmas story in the book which really shocked me, because time is always short, every minute is scheduled, but on January 6th, we went to meet a child who had a dream to meet General Zaluzhnyi. The boy was sick with cerebral palsy, so he couldn't come, but the general went to see him. Moreover, he didn't want the story to be public, but the family posted it and then it was picked up. This speaks volumes. And this is not any kind of PR, but a living story. It's just that when you work as a PR person with someone like this, you can simply highlight it and it scales up later, inspires trust, because it's true.
Ruslana Lotzman, honored artist of Ukraine, is next and recounts how her children, inspired by General Zaluzhny's leadership, created a song portraying him as a Cossack and a liberator of Ukraine. What began as a family game of song and poetry turned into a heartfelt tribute, with lyrics celebrating his bravery and mission to free the land. The song eventually reached Zaluzhnyi himself, and his positive response delighted the family, reflecting the deep admiration and hope even children place in him as a symbol of Ukraine's resilience and freedom.
Zaluzhnyi is not only our modern hero, but also the person on whom we set our hopes, because he has the mission to drive the Moscovites out. We will help him as much as we can. And when he turned 50 in July, on July 8th, I saw on the internet that everyone was congratulating him. I proposed my kids to congratulate him too. We have a son diary, it's kind of a game. We constantly congratulate someone. We congratulate everyone we know on the internet. For example, Marichka Burmaka. Today, Angelika has her birthday, and in this way we express our support to these people. I proposed them to sing many happy years, but they said they want to recite a poem in addition to many happy years, and thus a couple of lines appeared. Our Zaluzhnyi is very brave, he will free the meadow. It was the moment when Kakhovka was flooded, etc., so it was implied that the big meadow comes to life and the Cossack strength is emerging from it. They answered, "Mom, have we to learn this poem? We don't want to, let it be the song." I answered, "Deal." I sat at the piano and played a melody. The video you saw was me playing. I immediately played something so that the kids have fun. And we quickly learned and sang this song. They uploaded it onto the internet, and then Tarasik, who was then 2.5, asked, "Mom, who is Zaluzhnyi?" Since it's difficult to explain to a little child that Zaluzhnyi is commander-in-chief of the armed forces of Ukraine, I explained that he is such a Cossack. Do you know who a Cossack is? He rides a horse, swings his sword, and says, "Get out of here." He swings his sword and expelled enemy from Ukraine. He waves his sword for a second time, Crimea is already free. So he goes and frees Ukraine. Tarasik asked me to explain the word liberator, and thus we started to sing, "Liberator Zaluzhnyi is coming, runaway enemies." And the children began to walk around the house singing this song. The song reached not only Angelika Rodnyska, but also Zaluzhnyi, because they called me from the general staff and asked, "Tell me, is this really your song? Because this song was passed on somehow. I don't know, people passed it on." General Zaluzhnyi heard it and he smiled. This is the best news for us.
You've been watching the special project by Ukraine Media Center. This is dedicated to the Russian-Ukrainian War, Ukraine in Flames. In the description under this video, you can find more information on how you can help fight Russian aggression. If you find our work useful, please like and share this video. Slava Ukraine!